What's going on YouTube? It's Matt Faircloth. Thank you for watching this YouTube channel. My name is Matt. My company is called the DeRosa Group, and I am grateful that you guys are here watching us. I'm here at an event called Podmax, which you can learn more about at podmax.com. It's a podcast fest, and I do some YouTubing at Podmax here in my office building in Trenton, New Jersey. I've got some awesome guests. I got Victor. I got Pavel. Welcome. Welcome.
Cool. Thanks for having us.
Today's conversation, what these guys are going to talk to us about is how contractors, construction companies can become real estate investors. You guys have a successful construction company, right? And you're also real estate investors, which I find that you guys, that when I think about that, I think about you guys are sitting on both sides of the lane. And a lot of times as real estate investors, you know, contractors are, let's say the enemy, but they're they're a necessary evil, right? But you guys are that. And so you're investing in real estate now. So thank you so much for being here. Before we get into the construction side, what's the name of your company? And what type of construction do you guys do? And tell us about the construction stuff, and then we'll talk about how you transition to real estate investing.
Well, our journey started with the general contracting, and then we gradually translated into a trades business, which is a stretch ceiling business. It's an architectural covering for ceilings and walls that create acoustic solutions, lighting solutions, and we also cover that nasty popcorn texture on the ceiling. And our name of the company is popcornceilingsolution.com.
Yeah, I've seen some of the work that you guys do. You're acoustic contractors. You make things quiet in spaces. You guys have done some podcast studios for us, which has been awesome. But so that's great. But you guys are a construction company, which means that let's look at it this way. What a construction company does, in essence, is you're bidding work to be done to a physical space, and you're trying as best you can to get the best number that you can you're trying to make money as a construction company. It's not a hobby, right? You want to get the most money that you can to get the construction work done. Like if I hired you for $15,000 to do a podcast studio for me, if you could get 16 for the work, you would, right? Your goal as a contractor is to get paid the most that you can for the work that you do. Am I wrong?
You're right.
Yes, I got it, right? You got it right. So here's the other side of it, right? As a real estate investor, my goal is to get the work done for the least amount possible. And if I can get a kitchen done from you, not that you do kitchens, but if I get a kitchen done from you guys for $12,000, and this guy over here is going to do it for $11,000, guess who's getting the job? And you're in the same boat. So what do you think about that? I mean, it's almost like two opposing forces, that on one side of the conversation, you guys are trying to drive profit and drive prices up. On the other side of the conversation, you're trying to keep costs down. How do you mitigate those things?
Well, let me start from one point that you just mentioned. So you would like to get a price lower, and then our job is actually to sell that job for more money. So here's the caveat. We are coming with a special value proposition with our product. Stretch ceiling system is something that solves very specific problem for homeowners or the investors.
Got it.
As a homeowner, you're living in the apartment in a high-rise building, and you've got an ugly popcorn ceiling, right? What do? Do you want to call a general contractor that will start scraping it off, and you have to move all your stuff out, right?
So what you're saying is you're not in a commodity-based business where it's like you're installing toilets. Correct. And I'm going to go with the cheapest company that can install toilets. Okay, I get it. So that's a good differentiator, and maybe that's why you're in stretch ceilings, because it's not something that's a commodity where people, knucklehead real estate investors like me are just going to try and drive your price down no matter what. If you guys are installing doors for me, I'm going to try and get the best deal that I can, as you guys would. So, okay, let me change gears. How did you guys get into real estate investing from construction?
The real estate came kind of naturally to the equation. Real estate was something that we haven't thought about when we were general contractors, because we were just too busy. You're running around like chicken without head, right? You're trying to make a buck. You're trying to please your customers. You're trying to make sure that the supplies are in place for your crew to go in, and then investment became by accident. So we acquired our first two units in the city of Trenton because we just needed to invest money, and we thought that would be a great thing to do. And then gradually we started understanding that we can actually maintain our properties ourselves. We can, fix the roof if needed. We can install the kitchen. We can do all that stuff in-house, and that translates into savings of money, because you're not hiring someone. You're actually doing it on your own with your own people. And later on, it became an understanding that we actually, doing it on a smaller budget than as opposed to the investor that has to find someone like me and convince me, to do something for the money that I do it for myself, so.
Got it. So Victor, that's an interesting conversation, because you guys aren't just sitting around at their homes waiting for something to do. Your crew is busy. You guys are doing work in the field. So how do you mitigate, I'm going to send a guy to Trenton to go and turn a unit, or to go and rehab that apartment? I'm talking to contractors that are right now watching this video, and the contractor's thinking like, well, contractors are busy. We're in an up economy right now. There's a lot of work. Most construction companies I talk to are busy. I'm sure you guys are, right?
Yes.
So how far out booked are you guys right now for the popcorn ceiling business?
As of now, for 3-4 months at the very least.
Okay, so you're booked out for 3 to 4 months. Here's the thing: a tenant vacates here in Trenton or at one of your rentals, right? That's gonna 3 to 4 months to wait. Like, oh no, I'll have to put that in the schedule at the end. How do you mitigate the real estate business's needs? Because I think that a lot of people are watching want to know that. How do you handle the pipeline of business and customers that are ready to pay you guys money? Maybe they've already paid deposits, right? So you're obligated to them. How do you mitigate that versus the real estate business? Because you need the labor for the real estate business too.
Job variety, that's the thing, because we've got jobs with different deadlines. Some things could be put on hold, some things could be stretched out. We got to take into account the money factor, but at the end of the day, the urgency pays more usually. So that's when we have the flexibility of variety of kind of jobs. Some jobs with a higher budget pay a higher premium. Jobs that we know are on the table that we have 3 months, 4 months to do, that are there anyway. We know that we're going to get to them, so we can bring the guys, couple of guys from the jobs where we have extras, and manage the flow because of the variety of jobs. We're not stuck to particular only one trade of one kind of job or one kind of customer that we always.
So you have versatility, your guys. But you're still booked out.
Right, we're still booked out, but we have flexibility. It's about flexibility, I think.
Got it.
And another thing I just wanted to add, scheduling. If you call me tomorrow and tell me, hey, I got a unit that I need to turn, and please go and paint that, as an investor, I know that happens, right? So as an owner,
this isn't me calling you. This is your property manager or whoever's managing your property saying, hey, Sally Smith just moved out, or God forbid we had Victor or whatever, or she skipped, whatever it is. You have a unit that needs to get painted, and if you don't paint it, you're not going to make any money as a landlord. Believe me, I know that world. Okay?
Correct.
So you say from a scheduling standpoint, that's how you handle it?
From the scheduling standpoint, that affects my schedule a lot. So if you call me and you put a short notice on that, most likely I'll say no, because that's the nature of it. If I take your project and then I have to deny someone where the deposit was paid and the schedule is already put in place, I'm not jeopardizing that relationship.
Got it.
I need to mitigate that, and we somehow need to do the proper scheduling for that.
Got it. So do you guys also hire? Do you only use your guys?
We hire subcontractors as well.
You hire subs too. Okay. Do you find, because again, now you're in my world, right? I'm always hiring subs. I'm always like, need this guy to put in a toilet, and I got to haggle, and I need this guy. You want how much to put in a light switch, whatever it is, right? So do you find it more affordable to use your guys? And I get you guys are bringing guys down from New York City, right? You've told me what it costs. I still remember what this man pays to hang one piece of sheetrock, which in Trenton I paid $20 to hang one piece of sheetrock for the labor. You pay $100.
Right now it's $120.
The inflation. Okay, so $120 to hang a piece of sheetrock. So do you find that given the travel time and everything like that, it's still worth it, given the quality of labor and the cost of labor and the reliability of labor? Do you find that it's still worth it to use your guys?
Sometimes it is worth it if it's a specialty thing. If it's a carpentry work that requires proper framing, where the load distribution of the beams have to be done properly, or the sometimes even plumbing. I find it more useful and actually better from a quality standpoint to bring the person that I trust and know from up north.
One of your guys.
One of my guys, right? Which is only an hour away travel. So don't forget one thing.
Sure.
When we go to New York,
I get it, man.
It's the same hour.
There's a lot of slapjacks out there, And I mean, but the thing about it is that you can push the button and tell this guy, listen, and you got control because you're giving him a lot of work. So you can say, listen, I need you to drop what you're doing and go to Trenton for me to do a plumbing job, and you've got control over that, and he's willing to do it. He's going to charge you, but he's willing to do it. It's probably better than just hiring some, plumber off the street, the guy that I have to hire to do the work. You guys have control of more quality guys.
Correct. Well, as of now, what I'm doing is I'm actually working on creating a network and additional human resources locally, as opposed to bringing people that work, in a different area, in a different location. Quite frankly, I think it's more about creating a system and a process and creating the relationship with local people, than bringing them from the north. That's right now it's more like an emergency type of thing that I have to deal with, and I do this. But creating a local community of labor force and labor pool that you can bring, I think is more valuable.
So, and that leads me to as we wind it down, maybe one of the last points, and I'll ask you for any other tips you may have, but I believe the contractors, you guys just work with other contractors and know how to negotiate with contractors, likely better than we do as real estate investors, because we do work with contractors regularly, but you guys work with them daily, okay? Work with labor daily, so you really know what things should cost. You know how long it takes to get things done. I would suspect it'd be very hard for a contractor to dupe another contractor. Do you find that it's easier to work with the subs that you have to hire down here, given your background in construction?
It's easier to sift through unworthy contractors that you don't want to spend time with.
Yeah, you find the knuckleheads easier.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
We can really we can. There's a screen for
plenty of knuckleheads out there. Right? Hey, so small knucklehead on this guy.
That's right. So we don't waste our time with. We could really go through a lot of interview very quickly and then get through the guys. But it also takes longer to find quality guys. But once you find them,
then you hang on to them.
You hang on to them because you'll see the jam and you diamond in the rough. And he may be running around and he may be crazy. He may be all busy. He doesn't know how to manage his schedule, his guys, his car.
Most of them don't.
Right.
Most of the good ones don't know how to handle scheduling, billing, those other kinds of stuff.
Right. And then you could maybe loan them a hand and say, here's what I could do for you, but I really need your hands here. But I could manage maybe some other things for you and cover some other things for you because you understand where the contractors are coming from as well.
Got it. So let me summarize it. It sounds like there is a path for contractors to become real estate investors, right? Sometimes there's an opportunity to use your own guys, but you've got to mitigate keeping your business going and use scheduling tools, and also just understand that maybe you don't need your framer every day, Monday through Friday. You might be able to create a gap that your framer can go down while somebody else is doing what they're doing. So maybe you can work out scheduling to create gaps in there. It's okay to it's okay to build local relationships and have other subs, so you're not only relying on your guys, because that seems like that could hinder your business, your main core business. That's what it's all about. Real estate investing is wealth building, but your core business is what keeps your lights on for now, right? And then I also heard that that your construction company, your skills in construction allow you guys, just have given you guys some of the tools to negotiate with contractors and sniff out the ones you might not want to work with. So any other highlights that you guys want to throw out there? Because again, you got a lot of construction guys watching this, or construction women watching this right now, that want to learn how to bring their construction company, the tools they have for their construction company, into real estate investing. Any other final tips?
Well, the main tip is to build your simple systems, again, like scheduling, billing, and estimating, to the point where you can estimate and analyze the jobs and, frankly, deals much quicker. Mm-hmm. So when you have your knowledge and when you have your construction tools in your toolbox, right, and you know how much things cost, it means that your assessment and your analysis of the property should come a lot faster than for anybody else out there. So this is your advantage. Use that for your advantage, and then
systems.
And place those systems in place so they can help you down the road.
That's great. The most successful contractors I know, I mean, a lot of them are great at what they do. They're great with their hands. They're phenomenal plumbers, electricians, carpenters. There's nothing better. But the ones that I see that are successful are not the ones that are the best at what they do. They're the ones that have the best systems and processes and scheduling and billing tools and things like that. They're the ones that are able to work their way out of, I'm sure you guys read the E-Myth, but they're the ones that are able to work their way out of being the technician and into being the business owner, right? So, Victor, final thoughts?
Stretch fabric ceilings is where it's at. I suggest every construction company should get into it. You should talk to us, find out how to install stretch fabric ceilings.
And how they get a hold of you?
popcornceilingsolution.com.
Popcornceilingsolutions.com. Solution or solutions? Popcornceilingsolution.com. Victor, Pavel, it's been an honor to have you guys here. Guys, be sure to reach out to these guys if you want to hear more about how a construction company can become successful in real estate investing, or if you want to hear more about what they do in general. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you watch this video this far, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because you'll hear about all the cool stuff that we have going on our YouTube channel on a regular basis. Check out a copy of my book, Raising Private Capital, which you can get at my website, DeRosaGroup.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great, profitable week.